Hello, I'm Phil Ernest, and this is Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a landlocked country in Western Europe. It is bordered by Belgium, Germany, and France. Luxembourg is a very small country. In fact, the entire country of Luxembourg fits almost perfectly into the smallest state in the United States, Rhode Island. One of the first things you'll see as you enter into Luxembourg City is the Luxembourg flag blowing in the wind and the nice manicured garden below. This is the Grand Ducal Palace in Luxembourg City, the official residence of the Grand Duke of Luxembourg. It is under armed guards 24 hours a day. Notice how seriously these guards take their job. One of my favorite things to do whenever in a foreign country is to walk into a church and check out the architecture and see how this church is different from the last one I was in. This one noticeably different because of the high cathedral ceilings and the massive columns that support it. I immediately noticed this church was different because it had individual seats instead of the traditional bench seating that most churches have. Also, the massive archway had some nice looking artwork on it, all the way up, designed almost like the 16th chapel. Of course, this one was not without its massive stained glass windows near the altar. Overall, I highly recommend stepping into a church whenever you're in a foreign country and check out the differences yourself. Now that I've checked out the church, it's time to get out in the town and check that out. If you like outdoor dining, Luxembourg City's the place for you. The place is filled with places to get a bite to eat and eat outside. The alleyways are pretty neat to walk through among the high, colorful buildings themselves. And they have plenty of artwork around the city with sculptures like these to enjoy. If you drive in Luxembourg City, take these signs very seriously. Do not park in designated areas, otherwise you're likely to be towed like this car was. If you're finding this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the channel so you can be receiving more of this informative content. One of the neat things about Luxembourg is, in February of 2020, they became the first country to have no-charge public transportation. So if you're visiting Luxembourg, no need to even drive, just use the free public transportation. In 1994, the city of Luxembourg became a UNESCO World Heritage Site for its historic quarters. So it was disheartening to see graffiti in this historic district in the alleyway, because I would have thought they'd have some type of program in store that would remove graffiti within the first 24 to 48 hours after it went up. This is the Corniche. It is said to be the most beautiful balcony in Europe. It was created in the 17th century by the Spanish and French when they occupied the city at that time. Notice the Spanish-style architecture of this bridge. In addition to being a picturesque area, it is a popular nightlife precinct which can be accessed by foot or via a lift which descends through the cliff. You are looking at the Grund. It is located in the valley below the center of Luxembourg City on the banks of the Alzette River. The Grund has a relatively small population of 957 inhabitants. A couple of fun facts about Luxembourg. Luxembourg is one of the world's best performers in environment protection. In 2020, the country was ranked second out of 180 countries. Luxembourg City ranks 6th among the top 10 most livable cities in the world. Luxembourg's culture, people, and languages are highly intertwined with its French and German neighbors. While Luxembourgish is legally the only national language of the Luxembourgish people, French and German are also used in administrative and judicial matters, and all three are considered administrative languages of the country. In addition to those languages, they also speak English as well. You are looking at the mayor's office in the heart of the big central square. Currently, the central square is under a renovation project, but they hope to have the project completed by the beginning of 2023. While this small part of Luxembourg City is under renovation, the rest of the city is in tip-top shape, ready for you to visit. The Emaischen is a key event in the calendar of annual Luxembourg traditions, celebrated every year on Easter Monday with a pottery market. The festival dates back to at least 1827. Little earthenware whistles shaped like birds and known as pekvilleters are a special feature of the event. Traditionally, they were exchanged between lovers, but today they are popular with all those taking part in the celebrations. Thousands of people flock to the market every year to buy a pekvilleter, a whistle made of clay and shaped like a bird. Early birds can catch their whistle as early as 8 a.m., and the market continues until 6 p.m. Every year they produce new and different little birds. Price range from a few euros to a few dozen euros. The origin of the festival are not too clear, but there may be a connection with the biblical reference to a potter in the book of Jeremiah. Whatever the case is, the tradition continues to this day. At the festival, there is no shortage of food. Here, at this stand, he packs in a whole bunch of waffles in a cup, then he smothers it with a whole bunch of syrup, and then he tops it off with some powdered sugar. In addition to a large variety of food, you'll find a large variety of musical entertainment as well. While I was only in Luxembourg for 24 hours, I can tell you my stay was very pleasant. I found the city to be historic and clean, and I found the people to be nice and helpful. So overall, I would highly recommend Luxembourg. Luxembourg City is only a 4-hour drive from Paris, France. So if you're looking for a change of pace, you can't go wrong coming to Luxembourg City. If you would like to see my other videos on Europe, please click on the link now. Thank you so much for watching.